Hi, left of center. They say, right, that you become like the five people you hang with. I think that's a little bit of a bullshit. I think you become like the person you have sex with. And it's a really simple thing, but we kind of, because of I think the culture that we have, and the fact that Tinder and Bumble are really good at promoting dating and promiscuity in general. uh, what do I mean by this? The person you have sex with, you're not just necessarily, it's not just about the sexual act, right? The sexual act itself is complicated, but there is an exchange of bodily fluids and energy, right? In more ways than one. And having said that, what happens is over a period of time, and even if you're just casually dating multiple people in quick succession, you end up carrying a lot of that energetic, what I call debris, right? You kind of go in and out of each other, and what that essentially does is you end up carrying parts of each other. And you may not want to believe any of this because you're so westernized that we don't want to go deeper than just the body, and we never ever want to look at anything other than that. There's no spirit, there's no emotion, there is nothing, right? It's just the body, according to you, which is a great belief. But if you look at people around you, you realize what this might be. I mean, let's just look at some examples, right, of prototypes of couples. So people who are in long-term marriages have two main types. One is, of course, people who look exactly like each other, behave like each other. They become like each other, so they merge into each other. They're very similar to each other. So they feel like they have the same. They're cut from the same cloth. They have the same energy, etc. But then there's this other couple, which is very very exciting to watch. Which is two people who seem like that they are like they're having too much fun together, and they're like chalk and cheese. So they have their individual energies, and I'm pretty sure, like in a sexual act or in the act of living together, they're exchanging a lot of that. But they have an individuality, and they bring that together. So there's I, me, and us, and the us is very very interesting, and the I and me does not become one unit. There is a separate us, and that us is very interesting to watch. Then you look at dating. So dating could be short term, long term. The new term that I'm hearing nowadays is polyamorous. Then there's, of course, what people who get attracted to your brain, etc. All of that, all the weird new dating trends that we have. What you see is people look a little disjointed. Everybody looks a little lost. Everybody looks a little all over the place. There is lack of clarity. There is a lot of anxiety around dating and sex and love in general. Everything is a little complicated. Nothing sounds clear, and you kind of pass on that confusion to each other, and it shows. I mean, there's an entire generation of 20s and 30s where this seems to be prevalent at the moment, and they kind of take pride in the number, right? Whatever the number might be. And every time I hear that number, I'm like, wow. And it's an awe-inspiring wow, right? Because amazing, you can carry that much energy. You're that great a human that you can use. It's not just your own stuff that you're carrying, but you're carrying 20 more people. Amazing. I mean, look, imagine the weight, the gravitas of the soul that you have. But interesting, right? So I think it's a little just like we are careful about um, who we associate with. Are we careful enough about who are we having sex with? And if not, what is the value of that, right? Is it tangible? Of course not. But intangibles, do we know how to talk about it? Absolutely not. But should we? Maybe. No, isn't it about time that we do that? Just early morning musings.